Reignite Your Intuition, the show to grow your intuitive self. This is the episode where we talk about our inner navigation system. Why do we listen more to technical navigation than inner navigation? My name is Angela and I'm your host of the show and a highly intuitive person by birth who never lost her connection. I am the expert in supporting you regaining your intuition and living a fulfilled and much easier life with it. Trusting fully your intuition takes time and is a very individual process. I share with you my knowledge and strategies I have developed to support yourself on a daily basis in any situation. By signing up to my freebie, you can support yourself to connect with your intuition. Go to angelahack.com podcast and English, there you'll find the link. Isn't it amazing? I watched a few days ago a documentation about these captains on the sea and how they navigated, and they really actually did not really have navigation systems. And I was absolutely fascinated. I had the pleasure to sail on a huge bark, and they have these radars and everything, and I was just fascinated to realize, wait a second, not so long ago, might be 100, 150, 200, 300, whatever years ago, they were navigating with much less than we do. And they found their way. And then I was like, I take the phone out of my pocket and take a map and go like, okay, where do I have to walk? I was used to read maps very, very good. I was used to know my way very, very good. I was used to be very secure and safe in those things. So I was like, what happened that I stopped trusting my inner intuition navigation? Then I was like, I did not stop my intuitive navigation, but I stopped the navigation that my inner self can give me, and I know the way. And I had more than once the situation that my brain was like, wait a second. And my mobile site stopped, that's where you are. And my gut feeling said, go ahead. One example I have here in Zurich, I know the city pretty well. There was a street and there was a new hotel, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, my navigation in my mobile tells me now you are there. My gut tells me, nope. And no, I should not follow this street. I should take the left or right turn. I don't remember which side it was. And then go up there, and there you are at the point you need to be. Even when it doesn't make sense logically. And I was there. And I really think we should listen more to that. Not only when we search the way, but when we search for whatever we need, what's good for us, what's important for us. And sometimes I think we should switch off the phone because it stops us from navigating by intuition. And it's not meant as a map navigation. It means like switching it off and looking outside when we drive in a bus or when we sit there and watch people and see what's going on and all that things. And figure how beautiful things are. I really think we should do that more. I really think we should switch it off and just follow our inner navigation. And I can tell you it works. It really does. I have quite often things that are going on and I'm like, wait a second. Brain-wise doesn't make sense. Brain-wise it even tells me I should be panicking and going in circles and lose it and whatever. And I'm quiet. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Not whatever, like I don't give a damn. It's a whatever, like it's coming fine. I don't know why, but everything's gonna be fine. And I had it more than once. And not long ago, I had the option to do something in my life, to change something, to support young people. And everybody who listens to me knows that I love doing that. And at the beginning, I was super nervous. I was like, wait a second, why should I do that? And why should somebody hire me? And why? And then the day I had the appointment to talk about it, I was like, okay, it is as it is. And then I figured, wait a second, I did not have to sell me at all. I was already there, and we were just already connected on the level like, okay, how do we do it? Not if, it was a how. And that's just so amazingly positive. And that's when you think positive, that's how it goes. And when you follow your navigation and when you just follow your heart, and I'm someone who is not very patient with herself, but I have a quite high level of patience with others, to be honest. Or at least I think I have it. Probably others don't see it that way, but I definitely do. And it navigates me towards some people that my brain says, why the hell are you spending time with them longer than you have to? Or why don't you just lose it because it's really tiring what's going on? And somehow I just know, my inner navigation tells me it's fine. I have a beautiful VA. I did not hire her by recommendation. I got to meet her by recommendation. But the moment my friend mentioned her, I was like, oh, hey, wait, what? Awesome. I want her. And she was like, wait a second. You haven't met her? And I'm like, yeah, but my navigation tells me she's the one I need. And guess what? We're getting along great. She understands what I want. I don't have to explain myself a million times. And I can tell you, I have more than one person trying to text for me in English or German or in both or whatever, that I was like, you don't get me. Not because you don't want to. It's just because this level of connection is kind of indifferent. Not bad or good. It's just indifferent. And that's exactly the same. If you go with your external navigation, you Google, and depends on how much money you have, you go for the best VA you can find and all blah, 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 blah. I listened to my gut and I was right. And that's what it is. My gut is my inner navigation. And it's really great. And I also have a pretty funny story regarding my external navigation. That was hilarious. I'd like to tell you that one. Every city I'm going to visit, I hop on a hop on, hop off bus. Because I can. Plus, I think when I do that on the first day, I see a lot of things and I can just decide with my inner navigation what I really want to have seen before I leave and what is okay, but would be nice, but this I don't have to, but if I may, it might be cool. So after sailing from Mauritius to Perth for 5 weeks with modern navigation systems, where the captain said to be said, we've navigated more with the stars and with the wind and with the sails, and I must say it was awesome to learn. I landed in Perth, and Perth is very small. Well, no, Perth is not very small, but I expected huge cities. Perth is decent, really decent. It's a nice place. And then I flew to Sydney after a few days, and Sydney is Sydney. Sydney is definitely bigger, and Sydney is a bit like the city I live in. Everybody thinks it's the main city, but it's not. So, I ended up in Sydney, and I did what? My hop on, hop off. And I remember that I had this absolutely amazing to die for vanilla latte coffee in this coffee shop that looked like a chain. And I was like, oh, I will miss that one. And in the hop on, hop off bus, guess what? We started it. And then I was like, wait a second. That's the store of that coffee chain. They have this vanilla killing whatever coffee. And I was so happy. I decided, but you know what? I just do the tour finish because, come on, coffee is coffee, but it's not. Yeah, sometimes it's very important, but it was not that important. I at least had breakfast. So I finished my hop on, hop off tour, and later on I was walking through the city and close to my hotel. And then I stopped, was like, I know it must have been close to the hotel. I have no clue what direction. I have no clue where. Please show me where I have to go. And I really just walked down the street, and all of a sudden I had this feeling I have to turn right. I did turn right. And I stood in front of the coffee shop. 2-3 steps later, I was so amazed. And that's how it works. When you're connected with your inner navigation, your navigation system in general starts to get better and better. And that's so much fun. Test it out, actually. It's so much fun. And I really look forward to have this chance again, to look at it again, how I can do it with my inner navigation all over the place, because in general I do it naturally by the inner navigation, but like a map navigation, I don't do it very often. So I really look forward to do that again, and I wish for you use your inner navigation, you follow your navigation, and don't forget, all our devices have one button that's the most important one, to switch off. Are you ready for reignition? Yeah? Go to angelahack.com, choose Podcast English and the link for the freebie, and you start to reignite your intuition. Thank you for listening to Reignite Your Intuition. If you like my podcast, please come back, tell friends, and feel free to share with others how they can access the podcast. And if you want to let people know who don't know you yet, make comments and they will see them.